Welcome to Expert Talks, the Executive Corner by Kalkine TV. Sage here, and today's guest is Mr Ben Lakoff, co-founder of Charged Particles. He's also the business lead, and he'll share with us the insights as a founder of a groundbreaking NFT protocol that's sparking a DeFi revolution. The internet has been enabling the exchange of endlessly reproducible ideas, sounds, and images and words, you may have noticed, and they were all open to the copy-paste function that computers offer. And NFTs are showing us that the future provides a different scenario where everything is tokenized and ownership is recorded and it's for sale. So to find out more, stay watching till the end. And as you know, we bring you the industry advocates and successful business owners to help you discover the insights of the stock markets. And bringing you live today, we have Mr. Ben Lakoff, co-founder and business lead of Charged Particles. Welcome to the show, Ben.
Sage, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and we need to make the most of your time, so let's get started. You're the co-founder and business lead of Charged Particles. That sounds like a brilliant position to be in. How did you find yourself in this position, and what opportunities did you come across along your DeFi journey?
Yeah, sure. My background's in finance, and I've been in the crypto space since 2017. So ended up meeting Rob Secord, who's the other co-founder. He was the original founder and visionary of Charged Particles. And yeah, NFTs are pretty hot right now, but he was dreaming about this thing in late 2019. Our Twitter handle is DeFi NFT. So long before DeFi really was a thing, let alone DeFi and NFT, the convergence. So pretty forward thinking in this space, and excited to be here and working with all these awesome people.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you for sharing your story with us. So you just mentioned it a few years ago, like in 2018, no one was really talking about NFTs, yet they existed, and now they seem to be the talk of the town. What do you think has led to this? Is it the community aspect related to this space that stirred the interest?
Yeah, that's a lot of it. I mean, NFTs are just non-fungible tokens. So it's a token that is not fungible. It's a unique token. So this has its first kind of mainstream adoption and awareness around media files, like you said in the intro. So these infinitely replicable content, like a picture or an audio file or any sort of digital media, can now be made provably unique and given this home and this proof of uniqueness on the blockchain. So they've been a thing since 2017, but I think there were a number of more like infrastructural pieces that needed to happen before sort of mainstream adoption. And I think there's a number of factors here with the rise of cryptocurrencies. More and more people know about it. More and more people have had gains. So maybe they're looking to into some new potential niche within the cryptocurrency space. And all of these, and then COVID, so lots of artists kind of losing their revenue model. All of these kind of factors converged as like the perfect storm to get people more and more interested with NFTs as they currently are. That's for sure.
Sure, and it seems that it does attract people who are interested in arts, but it also is a very welcoming space where people are encouraged to join in, and people are welcomed by the artists to get involved and jump on the platforms and connect, such as Discord and Medium and things like that. So your Charged Particles protocol is unique as it allows people to mint their own NFTs. Can you talk us through this, please?
Yeah, sure. So an NFT is just attaching a media file to a unique token, ERC 721 or 1155. This is a token standard that just says this is a unique token. So Charged Particles, yes, we do allow users to mint NFTs, create NFTs. So take this digital file, attach an ERC 721 token to it, and say this media file is now associated with this token. It is now provably unique on the blockchain. But that's not really the unique aspect that we do. There are many platforms that allow this. We are free to mint. There's no fees or anything like that. We're on layer 1 and layer 2, so you have this other cheaper, easier option. But what we allow you to do is take your NFT and picture it as a basket or a container that allows it to hold other assets in a programmatic way. So with art, this could look like me creating a piece of art and putting my own social token time locked into it for a year, a bit like a bond, perhaps, but it's converging this financial aspects with NFTs and certainly art. But then when thinking a little bit more broadly of NFTs as not just art, as in-game items, as financial products, as tickets, as virtual real estate, as identity, perhaps, all of these things as a container, being able to hold other digital assets, whatever type of crypto, in a programmatic way, that's when things get really, really interesting. So we are an NFT protocol then that allows users to take their NFT and put things inside of it.
Fantastic. And it's very cost effective. Apparently there are no fees involved with this process from charged particles, but there are some gassing fees, is that correct, that the artists who come on board have to pay?
Yes, correct. So Ethereum works a bit like Uber surge pricing. So if a lot of people are driving Ubers, the surge pricing kind of adjusts the price up until less people are wanting it. You can think of Ethereum and gas in a similar manner. So during periods of high traffic, when a lot of people are using the network, gas fees are more expensive and can be quite costly. And during periods where there is like less traffic and use on the the blockchain, the fees can be smaller. So yes, you have to pay gas fees, but there are no additional fees from charged particles or anything like that right now.
Great. And could you just quickly tell us about any real world situations where this system's being used to create liquidity in the market for artists?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, we've had a proof of concept since early 2020, so a year and a half now, and since early 2021, we've been live on mainnet, and kind of mid 2021 on layer 2 Polygon. And we've had a lot of really, really interesting, innovative artwork been done on our platform, pieces that are generating interest and the interest going to charity. Just recently, we had this community initiative where we would take an NFT and pass it along. It was called Pass the Particle. Each person would deposit another NFT inside of it. At the end, we had like 15 NFTs. We sold this and we donated all the money to charity. So there's a lot of different, we're giving artists the tools to be truly, truly unique and create this, have this dashboard of tools that are only available at a place like Charged Particles to create truly unique pieces of digital art.
That's fantastic. I'm sending my digital artist friends your way starting today. And is it true that the protocol involves the use of DApps? So that's similar to smart contracts from my understanding, is that correct? And correct. How is this related?
So,
I was just going to ask how it relates to the creation of liquidity.
No worries, we have a little bit of a lag. So Charged Particles, we're a protocol, and then on top of this protocol, we've built our first DApp, decentralized application. So this is just a front end for users to interact with the protocol in one specific way. So our DApp allows users to create art, list on a marketplace, and do a number of other things. But in the future, we plan to have additional DApps built on top of our protocol, targeting different niches within the NFT space that is more uniquely enabled by Charged Particle protocol.
Fantastic. Sounds like a very exciting time to be talking to you. So I was just wondering about the creation of liquidity through staking. How is the DApp related to staking of tokens?
Yeah, sure. So there's, I mean, people say the crypto rabbit hole quite a bit, right? Because you talk about one little thing and before you know it, you're in like this purgatory of definitions. But there's a thing called staking, which traditionally would be something like proof of stake and part of the consensus mechanism of a type of blockchain. But when people are talking about staking with DeFi, a lot of times what they're referring to is the the act of taking tokens and putting them into a smart contract, and then that protocol can be rewarding you for putting your tokens in that smart contract. So you could be putting your tokens in this smart contract to participate in voting, which is what we're doing at Charged Particles. But then you have these borrowing and lending protocols. So an entire section of a bank has been replaced by a few smart contracts. I take my ETH or my crypto that I have, I put $100 into the smart contract, and then I'm able to pull an $80 loan completely trustlessly without interacting with anybody, with a few clicks of a button and paying a little bit of gas. Then I have this $80 to go and do whatever I want with. If the price of that collateral goes down, they keep that $100 of ETH that I've put in there, and I keep this $80, and it's all happening with a few clicks and in a completely censorship-resistant manner that has the characteristics of these unstoppable blockchains and protocols. So it's certainly really exciting.
Well, I can see the positive side to this. I'd love to see the world working that way, and hopefully we can keep on moving towards making this style of transacting just more common and more easy to understand. And hopefully that's why conversations like this help to raise awareness and more people get involved and it becomes mainstream. So you have some new partnerships on the horizon. We have to start winding up the discussion now, and I appreciate your time so much today. Could you tell us a little bit about what's in the pipeline for Charged Particles in the near future and your new partnerships?
Yeah, sure. So, Charged Particles, we are a protocol. We are an NFT protocol. So a lot of these partnerships are with different niches within the NFT space and kind of prepping us for this protocol first mentality. So partnering with different games, and the idea of a game being able to leverage charged particle technology. You have an in-game item that is able to hold another token that's increasing in value that equates to the power of the sword. Like there's a lot that you can do there. And when thinking about NFTs is not just art, but you have metaverse, you have financial products, you have in-game items, you have tickets, you have all of these things, gift cards, whatever you want. A lot of our upcoming partnerships are kind of spreading around that. We've started to organize ourselves into guilds, focusing on each of these different niches. So yeah, there's a lot coming up, that's for sure, and there's a lot going on, which is really exciting and fun.
Yeah, what a great space to work in. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. Apparently you have an artist onboarding personnel that people can contact if they're interested in sending their art to you to see if it fits the criteria. Is that correct? Is that Raphael?
Yes, it is. And so we are an open platform. Anybody can come mint an NFT. They can fill it full of tokens. They can do whatever they want. You can talk in our Discord and get your art listed on our marketplace. But yes, we have a large team at this point, I think 15 people. But the easiest way is probably to reach out on our Twitter or send us an email, info@charged.fi. And we'll get you hooked up with somebody like Rafa to onboard you and get you creating art or NFTs of your preference within no time.
Fantastic. It's very inspiring to hear that. Thank you so much for your time today, Ben. Really do appreciate it. And just so I don't get your surname wrong again, could you just say it one more time for me?
Yes, it's Ben Lakoff, and all my socials are at Ben Lakoff. So first name, last name together. Happy to connect with anybody listening, that's for sure.
Thank you so much again for your time. That was a fantastic show.
Thank you.
And viewers, if you just joined us, we just had a very inspiring discussion with Mr. Ben Lakoff, the co-founder and business lead of Charged Particles. Please check out the full interview on YouTube at Kalkine Media's channel. Stay watching for more expert talks, live market reports, and as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.